Hello friends. Well, I am Sunil Ranjan, and in this session I have come up with another word, and that is abandon, and the spelling is Abandon. So that is abandon. That is the pronunciation of the word. Now, there are many sentence structures related to abandon. When you know different sentence structures, then you are able to express whatever you want to say very nicely and in very different ways. So, this video is on abandon. So, abandon means to leave someone or something. That's the meaning, to leave someone or something. So, the first sentence goes, the house looks abandoned. The house looks abandoned as the owners are in the United States of America. I repeat, the house looks abandoned means nobody is there in the house. So the house looks abandoned as the owners means the people who live there to whom the house belongs. They are no more there and they are in the United States of America. So the sentence is the house looks abandoned as the owners are in the United States of America. Second sentence, after careful deliberation, it was agreed to abandon the project. Means some project was taken up. So after careful deliberation means a decision was arrived at. And so it was agreed to abandon the project. Means to leave the project. Now the third sentence is, Satish had to abandon his plans. So the name of the person is Satish. So Satish had to abandon his plans to become a doctor because his family did not have strong financial support. So Satish had to abandon his plans to become a doctor, and of course it is a reality in many cases. So Satish had to abandon his plans to become a doctor because his family did not have financial support. Now, number 4, the patrol party means the police who are moving elsewhere in the city to check if there is any crime or anything untoward happening. So, the sentence is the patrol party found the body of an elderly man in an abandoned car. Means the car was there and nobody was there. So, the patrol party found the body of an elderly man in an old abandoned car on the highway. So, on the highway there was a car and there was no one there to look after it. So, the sentence was that the patrol party found the car abandoned on the highway. Now, the fifth sentence is, he had to abandon his car. He had to abandon his car and walk to work. Means the person is working somewhere, so he had to abandon his car. Means he had to leave his car and walk to work because of the heavy snowfall. So there had been heavy snowfall, so the person, he had to abandon his car and he went to his office walking. So now the next sentence is, she said she would never abandon her dream of becoming a writer. Means the lady had a dream to become a writer. So she said she would never abandon her dream of becoming a writer. Means she would continue with her dream to become a writer. Now, number 7. There is a proverb. Means there is a saying. There is a proverb which states that fortune favors the bold but abandons the dull. Means fortune also favors the bold people. So you cannot depend on luck all the time. You have to work. And so the sentence goes, there is a proverb which states that fortune favors the bold but abandons the dull. Means dull people never become successful in life. Now the next sentence is, he decided to abandon his bad habits. He decided to abandon his bad habits and work seriously towards his aim. So he decided to abandon his bad habits, means he decided to give up his bad habits and work seriously towards his aim. So he had some aim on his mind. So he decided to first abandon his bad habits, means to give up his bad habits. Now the next sentence is, they decided to abandon their trip to Shimla because of bad weather. Now Shimla is a hill station in India. So they had a plan to go there, but they decided to abandon their trip, means they decided to drop the idea of going to Shimla. So they decided to abandon their trip to Shimla because of bad weather, because weather did not favor going to Shimla. So they decided to abandon their trip. Now the next sentence is, 3 million cars are abandoned every year in the United States. Now 3 million cars are abandoned, means they are left. So that is some information also. 3 million cars are abandoned every year in the United States. So United States means USA, the United States of America. Now the next sentence is, we had to abandon our plans. We had to abandon our plans to buy our own house after our business went down. So there was slump in business, the business went down. So there was a decision to abandon the idea of buying a new house. So we had to abandon our plans to buy our own house after our business went down. Now the next sentence is, the young woman was arrested. The young woman was arrested for abandoning her baby alone at a bus station. Means that is talking about some young woman, and she was arrested because she had left the baby alone at a bus station. So the sentence is, the young woman was arrested for abandoning her baby alone at a bus station. Now the next sentence is, once he decides, he never abandons his plan. Now it's a short sentence but very nice sentence. So once he decides, he never abandons his plan. Means once he decides to do something, he never gives up. Now the next sentence is, don't abandon yourself to pleasures only. So my dear friends, you also understand that pleasure only is not a part of life, but pain is also the part of life. So the sentence is, don't abandon yourself to pleasures only. So this is a suggestion that is given to someone. Now the next sentence is, we abandoned the car there itself and called the police. So the police was informed, and the person says that we abandoned the car there. Means there was a group of people and they decided to abandon the car there itself, means where it was, and called the police, means they informed the police. Next is, by the time the police arrived, the room had already been abandoned. By the time means when the police arrived, they found the room abandoned, means there was no one in the room. So the sentence is, by the time the police arrived, the room had already been abandoned. Next sentence is, the game was abandoned at half time because of the poor weather conditions. The game was abandoned, means the game was given up, means the game stopped at half time because of the poor weather conditions. So weather did not favor playing, so the game was abandoned. The next sentence is, the party has now abandoned its policy of privatization. The party has now abandoned its policy of privatization. So this is about some political party. So, and it had on its mind the idea of privatization, but now it has given up on it. And so the sentence is, the party has now abandoned its policy of privatization. Next sentence is, air attacks forced the villagers to abandon their homes. So there was air attack, means some war or some battle was going on. So fearing air attacks, the villagers left their homes. So the sentence is, air attacks forced the villagers to abandon their homes. Now the next sentence is, they finally decided to abandon their claim for the loss. They finally decided, means the decision was taken by them to give up their claim for the loss. So they had claimed some loss, but after a decision was taken, they decided to give up their claim for the loss. So the sentence is, they finally decided to abandon their claim for the loss. Next sentence is, he has kept the company going. He, the person. So he has kept the company going because he doesn't want to abandon his staff. Means the members of the staff are not to be left by the person. So he says he has left the company going because he doesn't want to abandon his staff. So we have done 21 sentences and we are coming to the 22nd sentence, and here we have, the police found a car abandoned on the side of the road. So by the side of the road, so the police found a car, maybe they were on patrolling. So the police found a car abandoned on the side of the road. Now the next sentence is, feeling disappointed. Feeling disappointed, she abandoned herself to her emotions. Means the lady is very emotional. So feeling disappointed, so she was very disappointed, maybe something bad happened to her. So feeling disappointed, she abandoned herself to her emotions. Means she was carried away by her emotions. She got very emotional. So she abandoned herself to the feelings only. Now the next sentence is, that is the second last sentence, and after that there will be one more sentence. Because I have collected 25 sentences in all. So 24th sentence goes, she abandoned the idea of buying a car this year. So she had some idea of buying a car, but something happened. So she abandoned the idea, means she dropped the idea of buying a car this year. And the last sentence, my dear friends, is, the police found 3 bags abandoned on the roadside. The sentence is, the police found 3 bags abandoned on the roadside. So the police were moving, so they found 3 bags abandoned, means someone had left 3 bags there, and the police found 3 bags abandoned on the roadside. So this is for today. Thank you very much.